Oh yeah, the boogeyman of failure. We all have to face it sometime, especially if we go for big goals in life, big dreams. We all have them. Not everybody is willing to admit they have them or want to look at them because they instantly doubt that they can achieve them. But us that are on the road of achieving our dreams, well, we're going to fail at times as we're going closer and closer to the dream, to the realization of that dream. Now, when failure hits, what are you supposed to do? Many people might actually entirely give up on their dream because they're so obsessed with the obstacles they're facing, they lose track of how to realize the dream. They block their minds off to attract the ways and ideas that they need in order to actually still achieve the dream, even though they might have failed in the past. So if you're struggling with failure right now, no matter what your dream is, listen to this video. Let's talk about it. Alright, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about a subject that is pretty important. We call it failure. Now, we usually don't really talk about failing in and of itself because it's not very optimistic to talk about that. It's not like a subject where you're like, yeah, let's talk about failing in life. But we all have to admit that at times when we set out for certain goals and dreams that we have, we may, and more often than not, actually stumble upon obstacles and roadblocks that at the time to us seem like we have failed. We failed to achieve something that we truly said we desired to achieve. Now, we're all familiar to a certain extent with this saying that, to never give up. Just keep going, keep pursuing for your dream. But what when failure happens? What will you do next? Well, the way I've studied it and the way it was taught me through metaphysical teachings was that, failing is a part of winning. Now, why is it a part of winning? Well, because we all can grasp the fact that if we fail at something, we simply learned how not to do something, or at least the approach we had in that moment of time didn't work for whatever reason. It doesn't mean that your dream is impossible to achieve. It doesn't mean that the goal you've set for yourself is inherently wrong, because that's one of the issues that we make. Because this happens to many people. They start wondering if they fail at achieving their goal, was it perhaps not the right goal for them? Was it perhaps God or the universe not wanting them to have the thing they said they wanted to have? Well, I don't think that's the case. What we should understand again is the process of how results are created. Now, failing at something is essentially a result. Don't make it bigger than it has to be, than it actually is. So what we do is we make an elephant out of an issue that we're facing. So when you are confronted with a situation in life where you feel like you failed, you want to stop focusing your consciousness on the idea of failure. You want to refocus your mind. You want to get to a place that your mind is constantly focused on where you want to go, regardless of the setbacks you'll face throughout your lifetime. Because I personally, and other people, perhaps you yourself, we all have failed at times when we wanted to pursue a certain goal. In my case, there have been things that I wanted to achieve in my life. It didn't entirely go the way I had planned or had hoped it would pan out. But what I learned from all of them was that they were all absolutely necessary for me to go through these experiences in order to learn better approaches to how I can and still could achieve my dream. Now that's the main point right there. How you can still achieve your dream, your greatest heart's desires. Because even though you have setbacks in life, we all have them, they shouldn't hold you back from still pursuing your dream. But once consciousness starts to focus on the failure and what you did wrong or how it all went wrong, you're unable to see the solutions that can help you out. See how to actually outgrow any situation that you're currently facing. Now there's someone at my front door and I'm still making this video, so we don't have time right now. It's kind of annoying when that happens. But you want to understand that if you have a dream and you fail at achieving said dream, it doesn't mean that you're a failure. It simply means you found a way that didn't entirely work out for you. But there's other ways that you could still approach your dream in potentiality. That's what you want to grasp. That no matter what you do in life, You may not have all the answers. We all don't have all the answers we need all the time for whatever we want to achieve. But there are people out there that are able and willing to help you out. And as you keep your mind focused on that sort of teamwork, even though you might feel temporarily, through the combined efforts of other people's wisdom and abilities, you'll figure out a way to achieve what you want. So if you have tried to pursue a certain goal, whatever it is, and you've failed for it maybe for many years now, just take this into consideration. There are probably people out there who have achieved what you want to achieve. You feel like you're currently failing at achieving it, but since they have achieved it, you could learn from them how to do it yourself, and you could learn from them how to avoid future obstacles that you might face. And if not, you can get wisdom from them by asking them how they would approach a certain situation, a similar situation. You see, what we're doing here is keeping our mind trained on the direction of where we want to go. Failure is a part of winning, because it's through the act of going for something, which most people don't, that you'll be met with temporary failure throughout your lifetime. You probably won't succeed right away, from the moment you start to the moment your dream is achieved. There's all sorts of stuff that's going to happen. Sometimes it's going to go good, other times it's going to go bad, maybe horribly bad. But it doesn't matter. What we're doing here is keeping our minds on the main point, which is your dream. The main point is the realization of your dream. That's what should be in the front of your mind. You don't want to worry about the failures you might face, or the things that you've potentially done wrong concerning the achievement of your own goals. You may have not acted the best of your ability. You may have not done what you should have actually done in order to get what you wanted. Don't beat yourself up over it. Keep your mind focused on the end result. The end result being whatever your dream is. And understand there's multiple ways of achieving said goal, said dream. It's up to us to figure out the right and best way for us. Now failure is, again, something that is part of winning in life. Now where most people get caught up is that they get so worried, and on an almost subconscious level they start to really again wonder whether the universe wants them to have certain things or not. They may have financial goals, career goals, whatever it is, but they feel somewhere in the depths of their being that maybe these things are not meant for them. Now the only question you have to ask yourself throughout your life is, do I feel like I want this? Do I feel like it would be meaningful to me personally if I achieved this certain goal that I have? Now if you operate from that angle, if you approach your dream from that angle, you're unable to say, the universe doesn't want me to have this, God doesn't want me to have this. Why? Because if you're honest with yourself, you're going to feel within your very essence, within your soul, this burning desire, this passion. You can't let it go. It is part of your soul, and your soul is seeking expression with and through your body, with and through this lifetime that you're living. It's seeking its oneness with the spirit of the universe. And in order to achieve that oneness, in order to grasp that oneness, we're going to have to be able to live a good life, to achieve the dreams that lie dormant within our consciousness, in the depths of our hearts. Because once that happens, you'll see the universe will provide to you anything you truly desire and needed in order to live a fulfilled life. That is how you'll start to recognize your true oneness with your Creator. Because who is the Creator of the universe? Well, that is the mystery. In religion, we call it God. You can call it the spirit of the universe. You can call it whatever you like. But there is, of course, a creative principle in action here. For lack of a better word, I just call it the mind of the universe, universal consciousness. Your own individual consciousness is part of a bigger universal consciousness, and it's operating through your particular individual life. It's operating within your own consciousness, your own very being is part of it. Now, how will this help you? By understanding this, you know that in essence, you can never be a failure. You might fail at achieving something at a certain moment in time, but you're never a failure. And this is the tricky part, is that people go for their dreams, but then as they're going for it, if they keep failing, they will start to feel like failures if they don't watch out. But you don't want to feel like a failure. You again want to burn into your mind as part of winning. So if you've had a dream and you failed to achieve it, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to redirect your own mind into a better angle. So if you know for sure that the dream you hold in your mind is something you really, really want, you can feel it. If for whatever reason you fail at achieving it, just remember, keep your attention focused on the end result. Don't pay attention to the obstacles or failures you faced so far. Keep your mind focused on the end result of what you're after. And as you keep doing that, the way will be shown to you and will be created and manifested for you to ultimately end up with the physical realization of what was once a fantastic dream within your own consciousness. Now there's another interesting aspect to failure, and that is that you may be involved in activities for a while, no matter what they were. You had a goal and you were working towards it, you kept failing and failing and failing and failing. Sometimes we have to come to the conclusion, and it's reasonable to ask ourselves, is this the right goal for me? Am I going for something that is appropriate for me because I seem to keep failing and failing? Well, here again, the main message, the main lesson to learn is that if you truly are passionate about what you're doing, you cannot fail permanently. Now let that sink in. If you truly feel passionate about what you are doing, where you are going, what you're working towards in life, then you cannot fail permanently. You can only fail temporarily, perhaps again by mistakes you've made along the way, by not behaving to the best of your abilities, whatever it is. But you can never be permanently stuck if you're truly passionate about the goals you've set for yourself. Now keep that in mind, keep that clearly in mind, in fact, because so many people are working towards goals that they're not really passionate about, and they also fail at them, and then they feel like they can never achieve anything worthwhile anyway to begin with. The thing to remember is, we ourselves need to figure out what we're truly passionate about. And then as we go towards the realization of that dream, we might and probably will meet with failure along the way, but it won't hold us back because our mindset is in the right way, is operating in the right way. This is a distinct and subtle difference between people. One person is going for something that they're absolutely passionate about. They're not afraid to fail because they know in their hearts it's not going to be permanent failure. They are so determined to win, they're going to figure out a way to overcome any obstacle they'll face. The other person on the other end is not truly passionate. They don't feel that burning desire. They don't feel in love with their dreams at all. And so they think, this is a goal, this is something I want. I fail again and again, I give up entirely, and I don't believe in myself at all anymore. If they ever had any belief in themselves, that is. Don't be one of them. If you are, develop belief in yourself by understanding the message that I'm sharing here through this video. You cannot fail. Failure won't hold you back if you're truly passionate about the goal that you're after. So this was just a simple explanation of what to do when you're facing failure. Again, what to do is redirect your mind towards the end result that you're still after. So even though you might have approached your dream already from multiple angles and kept failing, doesn't matter. If you are sure that this is something you truly want, that's the key point, then you'll still be able to figure out a way on how to make it happen. If you need help from other people, look at people that are doing similar things than you and learn from them. They can help you see beyond your own failings in life. They can help you see beyond the obstacles that might now have you so hypnotized that you feel stuck. But you don't have to be stuck in life. You're a creative being. You can create your own reality. And with that being said, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.